Hey there, fellow Factorians! We are back with another episode of Let's Learn Bobs and Angels. Yes, took me a moment. Haven't been playing anything else other than, well, I lie. I've been playing a whole stack of Dwarf Fortress. Alright, so we are back here with our titanium base and our titanium outpost, and it's going alright. I just limited that because I don't want to have a billion titanium stored here. We've already got 12k. What is that like? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5 stacks. Yeah, so there's another full train load there. Well, maybe we'll do just a little bit more. All right. This episode we want to actually use that titanium ore for something, and that is titanium plate. So let's have a quick look. We are still here. Here we go. Alright. We can use some catalysts. I think this was the default method. Oops. Man, let's double click. It's weird. Titanium pellets into carbon and calcium chloride. We don't have calcium chloride. Crushed stone we don't have. Let's ignore that. So that leaves us with this one. So we need carbon and chlorine gas, and that makes tetrachloride, which turns into a sponge, which turns into an ingot. So that's blast furnace, chemical furnace, and yeah, there we go. So chemical furnaces and blast furnaces, and presumably at some point we would need induction and induction. And strand casting. Nope, that's the wrong one. There it is, just regular casting. Okay, cool. The usual setup. So it makes sense probably to do it here. I mean, we've already got some space. Let's go back to the base though and grab some things we're going to need. To make the chlorine gas, we don't want any byproducts, is probably the key here. Is there a way to make chlorine gas without making sodium hydroxide? Well, the answer to that is no, unless we can make this. Well, that doesn't help us, does it? How else can we make that with a lot of other stuff that we don't want to do? Alright. Looks like we are going to make some additional sodium hydroxide. Well, such is life. We're going to need some electrolyzers for that. So what have we got in here? We got a bunch of electrolyzers, got some chemical furnaces, we've got a couple of blast furnaces, casting machines, inductions. Alright. Man, I wish we could just like... Ooh, what's that? Don't need that. I wish we could just click to sort. Click to sort would be lovely. So, what do we need? We need some things that now I've forgotten. It's been so long since we've made things that I've forgotten where they are. We don't need that. We need some blast furnaces, some regular casting machines, let's get 20 of them, induction machines, yep, there we go. That's probably way too many. We'll keep those in there, and chemical furnaces, which were up here somewhere. Can we make a chemical furnace 3, I wonder? We do certainly have everything we need for chemical furnace 3. Are we making chemical furnace 3? Is that it over here? It is. Okay. Here we go. Blast furnace, chemical furnace. Cool. Alright, let's see how far we get with all of this. I'm sure we'll need something else in the near future. Alright. This is actually quite nice because there's a nice clear area of biters. We don't have to worry about dropping down the old plasma turrets, which, I mean, these days, it's neither here nor there, isn't it? Poor biters, they're just minding their own business. They haven't got an angry bone in their body, and here we are, just trying to kill them. Trying to kill them. All right, there we go. Let's get you onto manual. Thanks, bots. You're doing a great job. Doing a great job. Let's pop another one down. Alright, and then somewhere around here, I guess, is where we'll fit in our base. Base. Now that is actually no longer a good thing to copy. Let's get rid of that. Where are we? Let's get rid of that. Delete. Alright. And now we're going to blueprint. Unfortunately, there's that bit there. Alright, let's get that. Yeah, that's it. Wonderful. Copy out some of this stuff that we probably don't need, like especially this weird going ons there. It's actually quite bad. We don't want that. We probably don't need a lot of this stuff down the bottom here. Actually, no, that is actually really good to keep in. Just from a distance point of view, because we know that that is actually the bottom of the area. Alright, and we don't want that. I guess we'll keep these even though they're like totally not required. And what were we labeling this with? One of these? Train stop? Yep, sure. Seems okay, and that should give us our new request. The reason I'm doing this is to give us our new request for our enriched fuel. So all we've got to do is pop that in BA trains. The double clicking. This must be a 018 thing. I didn't notice that before. Let's just quickly edit this to give it a name. I don't know, I can't remember what we called the last one, but starter station seems pretty good to me. Alright, there we go. So now we should be able to pop down a starter station somewhere that isn't going to interfere with this, so somewhere above here. There we go, that's it right there. Alright, let's get out of map mode and let's make this happen. Alright. Go bots go. You can do it. Of course, because we are out of radar zone, we have to replace that down to get the bits that we couldn't see before. Our charging is working amicably. Let's go over here and should really be all we need to do. Alright. Jump on out and we can start making the other things. Alright, probably, I'm just thinking, the stuff we want, where are we making ore? Making plates. What is one of our higher level plate making things? Aluminium plate, there we go, okay. So we have 2 lots of ore coming in, we only have 1, it's kind of the thing. Oh, this is we'll just build it from scratch, won't we? Why not? Why? Because it's incredibly annoying. Alright. Let's just pop in a unloading station that we're never going to use. Something this big. Alright. Let's rip out that. Let's rip out a lot of that. And rip it all out, guys. You put it in, thanks, great job. Now rip it out. We might enable 2 of these. Let's get rid of that. Let's pop in a couple of these. There we go. This is it, isn't it? All right, beautiful. And there and there. Yep, perfect. All right. Happy with that. Yep, we can give a weird name, that's fine. And I'll give it some space just in case we ever want to put in some more another silo's worth of stuff. But that is a good start. Okay. Before I remember, let's call this fuel unloading. And let's get a roboport. Sneak it in somewhere. Oh, well, there's a bit of a problem with our design, isn't it? It's okay, we can always do that. And connect this up. So what are we dropping off here? Let me just check. We need carbon and titanium ore, obviously. We need carbon, titanium ore, and that is it. Alright, carbon and titanium ore. So this is titanium plate, titanium ore unloading. And this one is going to be, was it carbon? It was carbon, wasn't it? Let's check that. I've been burnt before. Yes, carbon. Cool. Alright, let's get some trains doing that. I think we already have a here we go, this guy. It's not going anywhere else. So let's get you to fill up over there and empty over there. Cool. Alright, let's make sure we're not standing on the track. Now, carbon is going to be a brand new train. And yeah, just the one. Just the one will be fine. I got a few of these guys, I do. And you're requesting the wrong thing, of course you are. Of course you are. There we go, that and that. There we go. Now, I need you to empty here and go all the way down to here and grab some carbon. Full carbon, go on your way and enjoy that. Now, let's just double check. I'm pretty sure carbon has the auto balancing on it. Yeah, it does. Cool. Oh yeah, I should have told him to go to the carbon place. Now, we will need an output for this. And I'm not going to do it like that. There we go. Let's just do some of that. Of course, the belts are going to be the wrong way, but that's kind of my thing. I'm quite used to belts being the wrong way. I can deal with that. There we go. All right, let's swing these guys around too. And it's like we didn't even know it. Okay. I guess that's probably already named it. This is going to be titanium plate loading. Alright. Well, now we just actually need to make it. So, the difficulty here is going to be the chlorine gas. Chlorine gas, yes. We have two belts. Well, let's just have a look, shall we? Let's just start from the beginning. We are starting in a chemical furnace. Chemical furnaces we have in abundance. Alright, let's give a bit of space in between. So you are making titanium tetrachloride, is that what it is? Tetrachloride? Yeah, titanium tetrachloride. So you are using 24 ore in 8 seconds. So 3 a second, okay. Your crafting speed is 2, so that's 6 a second. So we can support 5 of these. Woo. That's cool. And this guy needs the chlorine gas. Now, I'm just going to check, will this work? It will work as long as we don't have stuff in the middle. Okay, that's alright. So we need 5 of these. There we go. So 5 of them, but we need to get the chlorine gas in. How much chlorine gas do they need? They need 60 in 8 seconds. That's 12 in 8 seconds. That's 1.5 a second. No, that doesn't make sense, does it? 60 divided by 8 is what? 60 divided by 8. And it's actually 120 divided by 8. That's better. 120 divided by 8 is 15. 120 divided by 8, 15. So each of these is 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 75 chlorine gas a second. Cool. Can we do that? How much chlorine gas do we get out of this? This is 40 in 2 seconds with a crafting speed of 2. That's 40 a second. So a second one will give us our required amount of chlorine gas. Okay. That seems okay. I'm happy with that. Let's actually just make these line up a little bit better. There we go. And we'll power them up. Something like that. Now we need how much salt water? Ooh, salt water. Salination plants. Don't have any of those, do we? We are going to need a salination plant, I think, because even our cheaty pumps don't do salt water. Cheaty pumps, where are you? Here we go. Let's have a look. Purified water, lithia water. Yeah, okay. So we're going to need a salination plant. I don't think we've built any salination plants, but that's cool. We'll have to do that. Let's make this one a little bit higher. Of course, we're going to burn that off because we hate the environment. There's a flare stack here. Well, we could just put it there. All right. Is that going to be enough? What do we say? 200 a second. This is doing 120 a second. Yep, that flare stack will suffice. And then this goes over to here like that. Nope, not that. Just that, please. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right, that's the first step, bar the salt water, and we'll get to that. The output of this is titanium tetrachloride. So, where does that go? That goes into another one of these, doesn't it? And making sponge. And this is using 120 in 6 seconds, 20 a second, crafting speed of 2, 40 a second. What do we say this is producing? This is producing 120 in 8 seconds, which was 15 a second, wasn't it? 15 a second, 30 a second, with a crafting speed of 2. And this is using 40 a second. Wow, that is not a good ratio. That's not a good ratio. That doesn't sound right. I'm sure I've done the math wrong on that. Alright, let's get the calculator out and redo this because it doesn't seem right, does it? Normally these things actually do work out pretty well. So 120 divided by 8 is 15 a second. And we'll ignore the crafting speed because they both have a crafting speed of 2. And this is 120 divided by 6. Yeah, 20 a second. Alright. So if we do this, there's not going to be enough. Because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 by 15 is 75, so we're making 75 a second. And actually 4 of these would use 80 a second. So something like this is going to be kind of a almost ratio. Yeah, that seems a bit weird. Alright. These are producing though 4 sponges a second. Now where are the sponges used? I've got to check that. The sponges are put into a blast furnace for ingots. Alright. Blast furnace, chemical furnace, blast furnace. Here we go. So hopefully the ratios are a bit better on this. So, blasty blast, you are making titanium ingots from sponges. Yes, you are. Alright, we need to get some fuel for these guys. That's alright. But you are making it using 24 sponges in 4 seconds with a crafting speed of 2. Yep. And you're producing 24 sponges in 6 seconds. Oh man, these ratios are terrible, aren't they? Yeah, because this is using 6 a second, and this is producing 4 a second. That is a 3 to 2. if we have 3 of these producing 4 a second, that's 12 a second. And yeah, okay, so it's 3 to 2. So if we do something like that, and then we would need another 3 of these over here. Oh man, that's a little bit ugly. A little bit ugly. I'm not going to lie, I'm not happy with that at all. But here we go. Here we go. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is we'll request a stack of fuel, because why not? And then we'll have some sneakiness going on here. You are going to pick up from there, and you are going to pick up from there. Alright, we'll copy that one over there, and we can expand that if required. Power that like that. Alright, so each of these is then producing 6 ingots a second. Where's our induction furnace? You are making molten titanium out of ingots. Yep. And you are using 3 ingots a second. So each of these supports 2. Now these are too close together, aren't they? Well, alright, this is what we'll do. So you need to be like that. And you need to overlap like that. And then can we fit one there, and one there? Alright, this is working. This is not the prettiest, but it's working. And then one there, and no, you need to all you guys need to move across. What do we say? Just one off. Well, we'll go with that, and you can go there. All right. It's a bit of a mess. But we'll get there. Okay. So you guys, and you, and then you guys, and you guys. I think that's working. Still need that one, and we'll need one over there. All right. Okay, that's pretty good. These are producing again, what, 10, 30 a second, and no surprise, that'll be 3 of these guys, I imagine. Yep, 10 a second. Cool. Crafting speed 2, bam. Copy and paste. Oh, that's nice, but not necessary. Well, we do also want to actually get these out somehow, so something like that. Now, do we have room to do that over here? No, we do not. Because how are we going to actually get these out? We don't have any room for fitting them in there. All right, well, let's try that again. These need to be offset by 1. I guess you can drop off over there. Alright, so let's I think the problem is these guys are too close, aren't they? Alright, let's move you over to here. Let's move you guys out of the way. There we go. Alright. You go to here and you get dropped off there. And then, yeah, you go to there. You get dropped off over there. And now we should be able to find... Oh, where are we? There we go. Find this again. Much better. Alright. So that, pop one of these in each of here. Whew, alright, we got there in the end. There we go. And each of these are producing 1 a second. So what do we got? We've got 18 of these, 18 a second. Oh, that seems like a pretty good amount for our titanium. I would like to offset some of these, probably would be a wise decision, wouldn't it? Let's do that. Alright, let's offset you there. Let's offset these guys, that guy. These guys, just kind of even it up a bit. Even. Alright. And then we can put in a few of these guys like that. And then have this guy run along here. And pop these guys in. There we go. Alright. And there is mostly titanium. Mostly, I say. Well, we're not powering these guys up yet, are we? I think we are. All right. Let's get a big pole to actually power this up, and then we'll need one of these guys to get some fuel into those. These are going to need to drop off at some further distances. And now all we need is some salt water. So let's head on back to the base and see if we can grab some salt water from a salination plant. Now, do I have the salination plants being made? I don't know. What is that? That could be a salination plant right there. Alright, well, hopefully it is, because salination plants can produce our salt water pretty quickly. It is. Look at that. Alright, let's grab a stack of them then. I'm sure I don't need a stack of them, but we can pop them in the train storage. Where were we going? Alright, back over to here. We have all the materials we need. All carbon. We need to put carbon in somewhere, don't we? There is definitely a need for carbon. Oh, that's because we haven't hooked anything up to here, have we? That's okay. That's fine. So salination plant. Let's pop you in here and see what we can do with you. We can make saline water. We can make saline water. We can make salt. We don't want more salt, do we? And we can make salt from regular water. Alright, but this is 400 a second. What does this guy need? 100, so that's 50 a second. And yeah, this guy's producing 405 seconds. It's producing 80 a second, the crafting speed of 1. And these guys are using, at max speed, 100 a second. We actually need... Probably need 3 of these. Alright. We actually, I mean 4. Let's put in 4 just to be safe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. There we go. Alright. I wonder how much regular water these guys need. It was a fair bit, wasn't it? 1,000 in 5 seconds, 200 a second. That is actually perfect for our level 2 pumps that produce 100 in a second with a crafting speed of 2. Yeah. Alright. And that last one, let's see if we can't fix that by doing that. There we go. Alright. With that then, we'll have some salination happening. I can hear it. It's actually quite loud. There we go, there we go, there we go, and get you in there, you in there, you in there. And now we also need to put these into some chests, because they are going to be producing a bunch of, oh that's very loud, a bunch of stuff that we want to get rid of. Where were the chests? Gosh, everything's changed. There we go, Angels Logistics. Let's make a steel chest. I'm going to do what I did back over in the other area. You're going to drop off to there. You're going to drop off to there. Let's get that stuff there and get rid of all that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy what we had. Where was it? It was over here. Yeah, here we go. All right. Let's copy all of that without that. We probably actually needed that power pole. Let's just do that. Well, no, don't do that. Alright, there we go. And then, what's going on? We need some inputs. We need some inputs. That's way too close, isn't it? There we go. Does that cover everyone? It does. So we've got fuel for them, and now we need a couple of belts coming in here. One for each of these. Alrighty. Let's put a balancer there and there. And then where are you going? Where are you going? Like so. I guess that has to go in there. Seems a bit odd. I much prefer that to be on the closer line, but here we are. Alright, where is our power? It's hard to see on these tiles, but it actually doesn't cover those middle sections, so we need to do that. You need to drop off there. You need to drop off there, but you need to pick up there. Alright. So it's like that. There we go. Alright. So after all that, we are at 32 minutes. That's actually pretty prime. Let's actually see if this works before I congratulate myself too much. Obviously this guy here is going to be half starved. I actually could have just done away with that, couldn't I? Yeah. Anyway, that is what we have. And if we do another one, we can do it on the other side. I have decided. So let's not bring it so high. Let's actually bring this down to here. And then we need to bring it in like that. And voila, we have titanium plate. Haha, okay. So that is actually that is a big step for our base. This will enable us to make a lot of things that we haven't been able to make before because titanium plate was required. Titanium plate less than, say, 5k. And then empty your cargo. Beautiful. Alright. So that guy will fill up very slowly. No, apparently he won't because I'm an idiot. These guys are facing the wrong way, aren't they? And there we go. Alright. You can drop off there and you can pick up there. And you can drop off there and pick up there. Wonderful. Yeah, you can have that. So there we have it. Titanium plate is underway. It's not a full red belt. We could just duplicate this, but I don't see a need. What we do need to do is we need to get rid of that sodium hydroxide. And I'm going to do that this way. We're going to We're going to just get rid of that. And I probably can't make one, but we are going to put a requester silo there. And just get the bots to bring it over for us. Because we're lazy. But that will get rid of the sodium hydroxide. And I guess we can ship it somewhere else. The only place we're using it is the aluminium, and we're not making a whole lot of aluminium plate, I've got to say. In fact, we're probably we're already backed up, I think, on our sodium hydroxide outpost over here. Yeah. Anyway, that's it. We can leave a train here, I guess, waiting, and maybe sodium hydroxide will be used something else. There are other recipes I've seen it used in, so maybe we will want it. But what I need here is some red circuits, please. Give me a stack of them as well. Let's have a stack of them on us. A stack of them. I haven't updated all these requests since I got the new things, the slots. Since I got my new slots, that's right. Inventory areas. We've got a couple guys coming in over here. Not sure where the blue circuits will be coming from. Looks like we've got blue circuits. No. There's our red circuits. Where were we making blue circuits? There we go. Alright. Thanks, guys. And wonderful. Now, make a requester silo. And then we can request our 51,000 sodium hydroxides. And we'll be done. Whew, alright, well, now that we're over time, I will leave it at that. As always, love to hear your comments. Now that we have titanium, I mean, obviously I'm going to be going for utility science, but if there's something else you want to see me unlock now that we can make it with the titanium plate, do let me know in the comments below. And yeah, other than that, utility science is getting closer and closer. A few more things, we'll get there, and then we can launch a rocket. But still a little ways off, don't get too excited. Don't get too excited, but I'm so excited. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow.